Hi everyone, welcome back to Hands-Free Studying for the MBE, brought to you by Brainscape. These upcoming questions are related to contract law, performance, breach, and discharge topics. All right, let's get started. Question 1. Define condition. A condition is an action or event that is required to take place before performance is triggered or due. Question 2. What is the difference between a condition and a promise? A condition is dependent on other events to trigger the act or performance. For example, if you clean your room, then I will take you out for pizza. A promise, however, does not depend on other events or actions to trigger duties. So for example, saying, I promise to take you out for pizza next Thursday. Question 3. Define condition precedent. A condition precedent is one that must take place before performance or another event is triggered. For example, Max will take Kathy on a trip to Europe if he passes the bar exam. Question 4. Define condition subsequent. In a condition subsequent, performance is not excused until after the event occurs. So for example, Max will continue taking the bar exam until he passes it. Question 5. Define concurrent condition. A concurrent condition is one in which each party is required to perform at the same time. Question 6. Define an express condition. An express condition is one that is expressly included in the contract as a condition. So look for language such as on the condition that. Question 7. If the satisfaction of one party is listed as an express condition, what standard is used? The standard used is an objective, reasonable person standard. Question 8. If an express condition is the aesthetic taste of one party, what standard is used? The subjective good faith standard. Question 9. At common law, if one party's performance is subject to an express condition, what's the result if that condition does not occur? The party who would have benefited from the condition is discharged from their performance obligations, unless there was either waiver, bad faith conduct, or forfeiture or great loss may result to one of the parties. Question 10. At common law, under what 3 circumstances can a failed express condition be excused? The first is waiver. The party who would have been discharged by the condition's failure may waive that right and perform anyway, making their obligations absolute. Or second, by bad faith conduct. This will excuse a condition if the benefiting party fails to take steps reasonably necessary for the condition to be met or interferes with the fulfillment of the contract. And lastly, an express condition can be excused to avoid forfeiture. A court may excuse a condition if the fulfillment of that condition would cause one of the parties great loss or forfeiture. And that's the end of your 10 flashcard study round. To reach full mastery, remember to study in Brainscape. Our mobile and web app uses the latest in spaced repetition techniques, allowing you to optimize your study time and track your progress down to the finest detail. But of course, when you're driving, cooking, exercising, or otherwise unable to navigate the app, be sure to keep listening to the rest of this hands-free studying playlist. No matter what subject you're learning and what method you're studying it, Brainscape helps you rise to your challenge.